Please be seated. My name is Annalise Earhart, and as Senior Class President and on behalf of the Class of 2024, it is my privilege to welcome families, friends, Alcoa High School faculty and staff, and graduates to Goddard Field at Bill Bailey Stadium for the Alcoa High School graduation ceremony. We know how exciting tonight is, and we ask that our guests please refrain from using air horns during this celebration so that every graduate's special moment is uninterrupted. Also, please be sure to silence all electronic devices and cell phones. Now, to begin this celebration, let us pause for a moment of silence, honoring all of those who could not be with us today, and special thoughts for members of our Alcoa community and school family following a recent tragedy. Thank you. Alcoa High School Class of 2024, when I look out at all of you tonight, I cannot help but see who we were, who we are, and who we will become. In the crowd, I see Nemos and Cliffords and Shamus. I also see future lawyers and doctors and teachers. But tonight, we are all in the same boat, on the precipice of the rest of our lives, eagerly awaiting what is to come, yet mournful for what we are leaving behind. The thing that connects us is not so hard to find. It's a little community nestled in the foothills of the Smokies, which brings us here tonight. I have been raised here at Alcoa and am a proud member of the 13-year club. I have experienced firsthand how growing up in Alcoa with a supportive community surrounding you can affect a growing mind. Our bonds with our teachers and peers go far beyond the classroom. They are the pillars of support that have carried us through every triumph and challenge. Whether you've experienced all 13 years with me or have recently transferred in, I am certain that you've also experienced this phenomenon and recognize the impact of this steadfast support. Our journeys are ingrained in Alcoa, where each of our unique stories intersect. Here, our community is built around the unique pride we have for our students, both academically and athletically. We are built around the memories of our 4 years together and the traditions that connect us to decades of history in this city. From Maryville Week pranks, to painting our senior parking spots, to winning the football state championship, and basketball, and track, and softball championships, we have grown and walked alongside each other through various seasons of our lives. We have seen each other grow into the graduates we are today, with a foundation of empathy, humility, and confidence instilled in us by our teachers and families who have shaped us along the way. So tonight, be sure to thank those who have been influential to you and your experience. Thank your teachers who believed in you and pushed you every step of the way. Thank your coaches who've taught you imperative life lessons on and off the field and court. Thank your friends, both those you graduated kindergarten with and those you've made throughout the years. And above all, thank your families who saw who you could become and didn't let you fall anywhere short of your full potential. Class of 2024, I beg you to remember that even though we are graduating today, we are and will always be connected. As no matter where life takes us, we will always have the love and encouragement of this extraordinary community behind us, lifting us up and celebrating every step of our journey. Thank you and congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, the Alcoa Singers under the directorship of Mr. Trent Gilmore.
In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. The same was in the beginning with God. In the beginning was the same was in the beginning with God, and the Word was God. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was in the beginning with God, and the Word was God. The same was in the beginning with God, and the Word was God. The same was in the beginning with God, and the Word was God. By Him all things were made. Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God. And the Word, and the Word, and the Word, and the Word was God.
Good evening. My name is Rebecca Stone, and I have the honor and privilege of being Director of Schools here in Alcoa City Schools. I want to welcome you to the 2024 Alcoa High School Commencement Exercise. Every class is special, but this class is a very special class. Graduates, I don't even know if you're aware, but you are the 100th consecutive graduating class of Alcoa City Schools. That's pretty amazing. We date back to the first graduating class in 1925. So not only are you special, you're extremely special, and you can always say you were the 100th class. At this time, I'd like to introduce the dedicated members of the Alcoa City School Board. Members of the board, please stand as I call your name, and audience, please hold your applause until the end. First, Chairperson, Ms. Julie Rochelle. Vice Chair, Mr. Steve Marsh. Ms. Brandy Bledsoe. Mr. Mike Brown. And Mr. Jim Kirk. Thank you, board members, for all you do, for all your hard work to make sure that Alcoa City Schools continues to provide students and educators with the tools and resources necessary to graduate competitive students. Thank you. We'd also like to recognize and take a moment for our district leadership at Alcoa City Schools Educator Support Center that's here with us today. Please stand and remain standing as we recognize you. First, Assistant Director of Schools and Director of Assessment and Accountability, Dr. Kim Hawkins. Director of Special Education, Ms. Mary Beth Warwick. K-5 Instructional Supervisor, Ms. Michelle Knight. And Alcoa City Schools Director of Operations, Dr. Scott Porter. Thank you for all you do. Graduation is a celebration of all of our work to get here, but also a shared journey. Alcoa is a family, and we'd like to recognize and thank the principals and administrators here with us this evening who have all taken part in a journey in your life. First, leaving principal of Alcoa Intermediate School, soon to be principal at Pershing Academy of Learning, Mr. Tony Spears. Principal, Alcoa Elementary School, Dr. Jared Pendergraft. Principal, Alcoa Intermediate School, Miss Amber Harper. And interim principal at Alcoa Middle School, Mr. Richard Gamble. Thank you. Finally, it's my pleasure to honor a group of students that we recognize every year, those who have been in Alcoa schools from kindergarten to graduation. 13 years. Would the members of the 13-year club please stand? Now, an even more exclusive club The 14-year club, students who have been with Alcoa City Schools since preschool. Will you please stand? Thank you all. You may be seated. This group of students is just like other Alcoa graduates, except the one thing that sets all Alcoa graduates apart from other students graduating this year is that they are Alcoa graduates. That is, and always be special to you all. When they leave us, they'll join the distinguished list of graduating classes from Alcoa High School. And I'd like to take a moment to recognize former graduates. So, if you are here and you are a graduate of Alcoa High School, will you please stand and be recognized? If you are here and are a graduate of Hall High School, will you please stand and be recognized? Thank you. And thank all of you all for your continued support. Once you leave Alcoa, once you graduate, the support, the encouragement, and the love never stops. So thank you. Graduates, no matter how impressive your accomplishments or academic achievements, you didn't get here by yourself. You've got some people on the stage that helped you, but you also had a parent, a grandparent, an aunt, an uncle, a guardian that helped you along the way. So this evening, if you are a parent, a grandparent, or a guardian of one of these fine graduates, would you please stand? Thank you for the support you've given in order to make this day possible for your young person. It truly takes a village, and we are so happy that you're part of ours. Also, mothers, grandmothers, aunts, happy Mother's Day early. Graduates, I challenge you to make your mark on this world, be agents of change, be champions of integrity, do the right thing even when it's hard, and above all, be the very best version of yourself. I pray that each of you have a future filled with success, happiness, and endless possibilities. And thank you for allowing me to play a small part in your journey. It was a pleasure and a blessing. Always remember, and don't forget, once a tornado, say it with me, always a tornado. Congratulations to you.
Thank you, Mr. Gilmore and the Alcoa Singers. It is now my honor to introduce our senior class speaker for the class of 2024, Ms. Caroline Buchanan.
My name is Caroline Buchanan, and I have been a student in the Alcoa City School System for the last 14 years. I have loved to read for as long as I can remember, loving the excitement that every news story had to bring. As we reflect back on our time here at Alcoa, we should acknowledge how powerful of an impact this school has had on our own stories. Some of the most important chapters from the Book of Life took place here. They molded us into the graduates we are about to become. My own story began at Alcoa Elementary, where I learned how to make a big splash as a Shamu with Miss Lawrence and how to bounce through life's challenges as a Tigger with Miss Young. When we entered the chapter of our middle school years, being a student got a little more complicated. We learned many lessons, like figuring out how to navigate the ins and outs of middle school. While I remember running my own business out of my school locker, others will remember doing cahoots in Mr. McClure's class, the coronavirus, and that time that Jacob Bauman was sent home because his shoes smelled so bad. Our chapter at Alcoa High School has taught us that we can do difficult things. We have learned the importance of developing relationships with our peers and teachers, even if we don't always get along with our siblings and parents. Time has flown by so incredibly fast, and I think the most important lesson I personally learned was that we have to make the most out of every opportunity that comes our way. Today marks the end of our high school chapter. I can think back on many times I wished high school would speed up to graduation, but here we are today, about to say our final goodbye to Alcoa High School. Whether you are on a college or career path, we all owe a debt of gratitude to those that have mentored us during our time here as a tornado. This day is bittersweet and seemed to happen in the blink of an eye, and we will always cherish the memories and friendships that have blossomed during our time here. I hope that all of you will consider those who have carried you through this chapter of life, whether it be your parents, teachers, family, or friends. Personally, I want to thank my sewing buddy KK, my kind and sensible father, and most of all, my best friend in the whole world, my wonderful mother. We cannot have asked for a better place to grow up. This tight-knit community has given us everything we could have asked for. It is because of Alcoa that we will succeed after we toss our caps today. I challenge you to become your most outgoing, passionate self. I challenge you to make the most out of the opportunities that come to you, but especially the opportunities you have to reach extra hard to find. I challenge you to never stop learning and growing and to always be positive no matter where you go in life. Now is our opportunity to begin writing the rest of our story. Congratulations, Alcoa High School, class of 2024, and go Tornadoes. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the Alcoa High School Band performing with Every Sunrise under the direction of Mr. Russell McCurdy.
Alcoa High School, class of 2024. Allow me to set the scene just for a moment. 4 short years ago, you were entering Alcoa High School as 9th graders. I was just coming to Alcoa High School as the new principal. And in the spirit of openness, none of us really knew what the devil was happening. The first chapter of our story together would be littered with words and phrases like pandemic, endemic, social distancing, distance learning, unprecedented. It was a time during which we had far more questions than we likely had answers. But as good relationships do, you find a way to work through things. So as I begin my final remarks to you as a class, allow me to start by simply saying thank you. Thank you for persevering with me. Thank you for being patient with me, the new guy, and giving me a chance amidst all of the uncertain times that provided the foundation for our journey together. I am grateful to you, and it has been a special privilege to walk with you these past 4 years. After all that we've been through, I feel like I need to be honest here, and I'm slightly ashamed to confess that the inspiration for what I'm going to share with you this evening came from a social media influencer. I know. It sounds weird to say it out loud, and it's something that I absolutely feel like I have to do air quotes around. Influencer. At the risk of sounding more and more my age, most of what I see on social media platforms revolve around things that might help me live just a few years longer. It's scrolling through an endless stream of foods that I probably will never eat, exercises that would likely put me in the emergency room, products that I will never ever use to moisturize my skin, or stuff that I'm apparently supposed to drink to reduce bloating. Welcome to your mid-40s. One day you too may be taking something every day called a probiotic, and you have absolutely no idea what it actually does. It's very exciting stuff. But this particular influencer's post, which was designed with blinding, vibrant colors and meditative music playing in the background, caught my attention. There was a brief written text stating, quote, "Happiness is your birthright," trailed by easily a double-digit amount of emojis. On a personal note, I have found that there might be a significant correlation between the amount of emojis used on these types of posts and their respective validity. The greater the number of emojis, the less likely I am to take anything that you're saying seriously. So as I'm just mindlessly scrolling through all of this stuff, I initially zipped right past this one. Too many emojis, far too much neon. But I went right back to it. And I couldn't help but take just a little while to try to consider the point that this person was trying to make. Happiness is your birthright. I like the sound of it. And I don't want to sound like a total downer here, but I'm being honest. I wasn't sure if I actually bought it. I do believe in the pursuit of happiness. I absolutely believe in the right of all people to try to find happiness in their work, in their relationships, in their lives. But the more that I thought about that saying, the more that I let it roll around inside of my brain, I think my problem with it was I felt like it sells us all really short. It seemed very superficial to me. I think we deserve something deeper than just being happy. When my wife Kate and I take the kids for a happy meal, in that moment, they're happy. It's in the name of the meal. But happiness can be short-lived. It can be conditional. Sometimes things just have to be just a certain way for us to experience that emotion. Sometimes it's transactional. We have this one thing, we trade it for another thing that we believe may make us feel a certain way. Guys, we're going to have some tough seasons in our lives. We've been through some together. Not every day is going to be a good day that brings us feelings of happiness. We know that because otherwise the great philosopher Ice Cube wouldn't have written a song about that one good day that he had. Your parents got it. Yeah, I know. Our entire lives, we can do all of these really small things to experience momentary happiness and pleasure, but the truth is that there are very few of them that are actually going to move the needle with regard to how we feel about the quality of our own lives. That's just fact. The truth is now that there has been study after study after study on human satisfaction, human longevity, and the quality of a human life. And nearly every single one of those studies reveals that a good life, what we call a good life, is not the sum of our wealth or our status, our zip code, our careers, or even the levels of happiness that we experience. Instead, what we find is that the human experiences of gratitude, contentment, meaningful and deep personal connections, a sense of purpose in who we are or what we do, and a capacity for selflessness are the things most commonly aligned with what a person considers a good quality life. So what then? If we know that we can't be happy every day, what are we supposed to do? I think we have to do what psychologist Hugh McKay suggests in his book, The Good Life, What Makes a Life Worth Living. We have to stop pursuing happiness all the time and instead pursue wholeness. We have to continue to grow and mature and persevere, and even amidst all of the tough times, we have to allow those things to let them make us who we can become. We have to look for purpose in what we do and who we are. We have to surround ourselves with the type of people who offer us help and guidance and encouragement during those not so great days, weeks, months, or even years. We have to take every day that we are given and learn to make and then remake ourselves in order to become the most authentic people that we can be. Class of 2024, I believe that all of you deserve so much more than just being happy. Obviously, none of us know what the future will hold. There are sure to be other bumps in the road and on your journeys. Hold fast to hope and the people that you can count on when times are tough. And may you take each day that you are given, both the good and the bad, and work it into a masterpiece. Godspeed and go Tornadoes. At this time, we will begin the conferring of diplomas. First row, please stand.
Olivia Hicks Bauman. Hannah Reese Adams. Catherine F. Anderson. Hayden Brooke Atack. Jacob Francis Bauman. Joshua Andrew Burney. Jason Robert Blair. Brody Nelson Blankenship. Caden Elijah Bogan. Katie Breeden. Samuel Ian Bridges. Ray John Lamont Brown. Caroline Margaret Buchanan. Eli Daniel Birchfield. Jonas Scott Birchfield. Elijah Walker Cannon. Alex Xavier Carranza. Casey Lynn Blair. Lincoln Leonardo Carretero Mata. Javan Dion Nasir Carter. Harold Joseph Chandler, Jr. Austin Philip Claiborne. Jonathan Michael Clemmer. Brandon Michael Collins. Kylie Madeline Cooper. Braden James Cornett. Kiera Hope Cawthorn. Charles William Coward II. Brandon Nicholas Cunningham. Addison Page Mb. Arion Lamar Davis. Levi Robin Roberts Deaton. Delilah Teresina Jajeni. Brennan Avery Dugan. Bryson Heath Edwards. Josiah Reed Gossett. Naja Layla Edwards. Olivia Ann Emmert. Annalise Bird Earhart. Marcos German Rivas. Jakira Khalees Gordon. Maya Luann Gray. Drew Aubrey Greer. Caden Brianna Hafley. Drake Hahn. Brady Frazier Hahn. AJ Hawk. Bryce Peyton Hayes. Caleb Alexander Heaton. Larry Orlando Hicks. Emaya Giselle Hill. Trinity Jade Hodge. Addison Claire Kerr. Juan Jernay Hood. Maggie Rose Horn. Linda Rezavani Ismali. Caden David Jackson. Josie Annalise Jenkins. David Jimenez Hernandez. Helen Jimenez. Chloe Marie Junji. Joseph Lynn Kearns. Polly Lynn Kearns. Andrew Joseph Knight. Jacob Dean Knight. Ainsley Elizabeth Lamar. Melanie Danielle Laney. Alexander Daniel Lopez Sanchez. Brennan Patrick Bacon Lauderback. Ella Scott Lauderback. Andrew Jacob Lovingood. Josiah Alexander Lundy. Kian Michael Mansky. Elijah Blaine Markham. Lily Renee Marsh.
Cole Thomas Martin. Dante Jordan Martinez. William Joseph McCord. Journey K. Marie McCourt. Bianca Lynn McGee. Kevin James McGivney. Lily Reese McKeon. Makili Ann McNear. Lila Wren Miller. Orlando Antonio Monero. Isabella Eliana Moon. Lena Michelle Mothershed. William Richard Myers. Quinn Calico Ragas. Nevin Miles Newman. Jesus Julian Ortega. Tessa Lee Overton. Riley Jeffrey Parsons. Amelia Ann Pfeiffer. Connor Jace Radford. Aiden Matthew Radosevich. Ashlyn Marie Reynolds. Angelica Melissa Ramirez Reyes. Connor Allen Rex. Samantha Brooke Robinson. Anna Julissa Rodriguez. Lizette Rosales Juarez. Sarah Jane Rupert. Dabani Yasmin Salinas Sines. Shannon Lamont Salter. Jewels Edward Braun Scales. Luke Andrew Siegler. Sullivan David Sharp. Charles Douglas Sharp. Amir Najib Sharif. Jesse Michael Shuey. Morgan Christopher Sykes. Charles William Sizemore. Philip Christian Smith. Dylan Turner Spires. John Kanan Sperling. Janessa Lou Nigerique Steele. Ricky Dale Stinnett. Josiah William Stowell. Tanner Darris Strickland. Lilith Rose Toe. Stacy Ann Taylor. Chandler Matthew Tipton. Dawson Curry Sweetland. Philip Michael Tucker II. Tony Mackley Turner. Charlotte Grace Timon. Elena Vasquez Amor. Kylie Alexis Wade. Jackson Reed Warren. Naquarius Keontae Warren. Samuel Cole Welch. William Houston Wedby. Elise Keller Whitson. Ezra Stephen Wildsmith. Araceli Celeste Wilhoit. Bryshawn Lewis Williams. Emmett James Williams. Malcolm Frederick Williams. Cooper Todd Wilson. Dalton Ray Wilson. Noah Stefan Wilson. Trip Spencer Wilson. Brandon Eugene Winton. Aiden Tyler Witt. Hannah Lynn Word. Abigail Faith Young. Emma Hope Young. Jacob Winston Youngman. Juan David Powak Tukabal.
Let's get a picture right here. Congratulations. Graduates, please stand. And please remain standing while the Alcoa High School Choir Director, Mr. Trent Gilmore, leads the alma mater. You can find the alma mater printed on the inside of your programs. Director Stone, faculty, esteemed members of the Alcoa Board of Education, Chairperson Rochelle, Mr. Marsh, Ms. Bledsoe, Mr. Brown, and Mr. Kirk, it is with great pleasure that we state the students presented here today have met the state of Tennessee requirements for graduation from Alcoa High School. Graduates, you may now place your tassel to the left side of your mortarboard. Guests, parents, friends, and family, I present to you the class of 2024.